It is such an amazing quality that I know there's a lot of people in service, but I think you are the true epitome of someone that is in service to others. And was your family like that at all? Or you just naturally, you?
I don't know, that's just how I am. I've always been that way and always going the extra mile and what can I do to help you? And, and I don't really expect anything in return. I never have, and so when someone does something nice for me, it's like, wow. Zenny is like that. She's just real giving to me, and her friendship means so much to me. And the whole Fit Body Boot Camp family is it's amazing. It really is. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Welcome to Beyond the Scale, the show where everyday heroes share their stories on how they turn their lives around for the healthier. I'm Coach Brittany, and today I have a special guest, Allison Johns. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
I'm happy to have you on today, hear all about your story, your journey.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
So I don't know if you've seen the show before or not, but we always start with a game called Rapid Fire. Are you down to play?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay. So basically, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Just answer the first thing that comes to your mind, and we'll go from there, okay?
Okay.
All right. First question. What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
Yes. I'm just curious, what kind of pizza?
Mushrooms and olives.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
If you could teleport anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Dodger spring training.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite memory?
Probably having a baby for the first time, my daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many kids do you have?
2.
Okay. What is your spirit animal?
Ooh, wow. Probably a black crow.
Okay. Who or what inspires you?
Oh, wow. Probably my dad. My dad's was a musician, and he was pretty much healthy all his life. But at the end of his life, the last 5 years, he just got sick with all different kind of health problems, and that's part of my recovery is being healthy because of my dad.
Okay. I'm sure we'll dive more into that. What has been your biggest accomplishment?
Losing a lot of weight, and finally at 54 realizing that so much health is involved in your life, and it's definitely an everyday thing for me now.
Okay. What is one thing you want to do in 2019?
My biggest thing is I want to firm up my body. I mean, I've really taken it to another level, and having Fit Body Boot Camp, especially the Fountain Valley, franchise, they've just been so supportive and helpful and friendly, and they want you to accomplish your goals. They really do.
Okay. And lastly, what is your life motto?
Oh, gosh. I'd have to think about that and get back to you because it's not something right on my head, so I don't really know at the moment, but I'll let you know.
Okay, let's switch that question then. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Oh, gosh. I have way too many pet peeves. Biggest pet peeve, I guess, because when people don't do as they say, they just say it to say it. They don't follow up on it, I think.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you completed rapid fire. Thank you for participating. I am interested to hear at some point what your life motto is, though.
Okay. I'll have to really think about that one.
Okay. So now, I want to learn and hear more from you. You have lost a good amount of weight. Mm-hmm. And how long have you been at the Fountain Valley Fit Body Boot Camp?
Since November 2nd. I actually went back and looked to see how long it's been. I think that anyone who gets involved in a program, you have to give it at least 90 days.
Yes.
To actually see results. And I can tell. My body is not necessarily losing weight in pounds, mm-hmm. but it's shifting a little bit. After losing a significant amount of weight, even when it goes up 2 pounds, 3 pounds on the scale, you freak out. I mean, when you go through, I had the sleeve surgery.
Okay.
Almost 2 years ago. So you don't lose it quickly like you would with bypass, mm-hmm. but you do lose it, just not as quickly. And when you see the scale literally go up 5 pounds, oh my gosh. But all my clothes still fit. They all are the same, even baggier in some clothes, depending on what it is. But it's probably the muscle gain finally.
Yeah, because muscle is more than fat. So
finally, I'm seeing the muscle gain, and that makes me feel good. Even though I don't like the number, going up 5 pounds, I have to deal with it.
It makes up for it for how you feel at the end of the day.
Oh yeah,
like you said, how your clothes fit you.
Yeah,
and all of that.
It's definitely, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to get out of bed. But I know that my little family of 50 plus Fitness Forever is waiting. All of us are waiting, like, what? Where's Allison? Why is she not here? You know, or if the traffic's bad, you know, you're panicking because you're going to be late. I mean, I'm more panicked about being late to boot camp than I am to work because they're waiting for me.
That says a lot about accountability and how important it is to have that in your life, to succeed at your goals, and just like having that support system to be there for you. You know that, I'm sure you know you can lean on them for boot camp issues as well as issues outside of your life. Is that true or no?
Yeah, because we all like, we tag each other on Facebook. We all encourage each other. What a great workout we had. You know, what are you doing? Let's go walk on the beach, you know, outside, you know, the camp. And we're having a yoga session, stretching yoga session tomorrow. So we're going to go do something after that together, a couple of us. Do you know what I mean? So we're all, it's just not just boot camp family, it's outside boot camp family. You know, I love it.
And I think especially like sometimes people get so wrapped up in work and their family, it's hard to find time for, you know, different friendships and just places to meet people outside of that. But when you have boot camp, it's a 30-minute workout. You get your workout in, you build relationships, find friends, and then, you know, that's where you build your, like we said, your support system, people to hang out with. I love that you guys go do yoga, walks on the beach. How fun is that?
Well, plus you have to have self-care. I mean, I'm a big advocate on self-care. The job I do is very stressful. I work in drug and alcohol recovery.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm dealing with other people all the time. So self-care is really important. And this is a big outlet for that, for me, you know, and I always advocate for our women's club. You know, anybody who's over 50 should come because in the group, I'm one of the youngest in our women's club. And the ladies in our 50 plus club, there's 50, I'm 54, there's women that are 60. One lady's gonna be 70, her husband's 76, and they can do it. And I know a lot of women it's based on fear that they don't think they can do it. But Sam, our coach, who's amazing, he gears it toward us. And sometimes we have to remind him, hey, dude, you're like 30, you're 20 years younger than we are. So, you know, and he kind of giggles, but it's true. You know, we're not as athletic as him, and he makes it look so easy. And then he'll tone it down for us and say, oh, okay, you know, we'll work it out so you guys can do it, you know. And it's great. I mean, we just love it. It's wonderful.
So has self-care always been a big part of your life? And if not, when did it get introduced?
No, because my husband was sick for so long, I was on the back burner. I didn't care. I had my 2 children. I worked at nighttime. I took care of him. I worked during the day. I mean, I just worked. I look back and go, how did I even do it? Because I had to. It was something you had to do. And 2 years ago, I mean, I had the lap band in 2009, and I was sick all the time. It didn't matter what I ate. It didn't matter what I drank, how slow I ate, what I ate.
That was after the lap band?
So I had the lap band in 2009. So all these years, I was sick, taking care of him and my kids and working and I had a daycare at my house. I worked at night. And then finally, I'm like, you know, I'm just so sick all the time. I need to do something. So I thought, well, what about bypass? I'm thinking in my head, what about bypass surgery? And you could have it converted over from one to the other. So I went to my doctor and he said, you know, you don't have any health problems other than sleep apnea, which I've had forever. And I have a CPAP. I still use it to this day. It doesn't matter. Even losing so much weight, it didn't go away, which usually it does for a lot of people. But for me, in my case, it did not. So I said, well, what about converting my lap band and having it taken out to bypass? And my doctor said, you know, you don't have the medical problems to have bypass. And I said, well, what about the sleeve? And because I had tried, you know, Jenny Craig, all of them, blah, blah, blah. And he said, well, you know what, the sleeve I think would be really great for you. So I started going to the classes. I started going to nutrition. I started learning all about it, going to support groups every week faithfully. I went to the obesity conference 2 years ago. This year will be my 3rd year.
Okay.
Yeah, and I learned all about how the lifestyle is. I mean, you have to change. It doesn't matter what you do. It's just a tool.
Yes.
You have to apply your life for all of it. It's not just, you know, oh, I'm going to have the surgery, so I'm going to be skinny forever. It doesn't work like that. And so he supported me in my decision, and I converted over. I went April 10th, 2 years ago, and the doctor told me, my surgeon, she said, there's a 70% chance I can go right in and convert you over. She goes, but the 30% chance is health-wise. If there's problems inside, I was in the 30%. I went into the hospital, had it taken out, and I woke up to the recovery a team in the recovery room saying, oh, she had so much internal damage that we couldn't convert her. That's what I woke up to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was like bummed out. So I had to wait 90
Yeah.
days. But at that moment, I thought, you know what? I'm going to start it just like I had the surgery. Because I'd been to so many classes and all the nutrition, I started doing it just like I had it. Sipping every 5 minutes. I started walking after 9 days of surgery. I'm like, forget it, I can't wait any longer. Because my doctor's like, I don't want you rushing back out on the beach. Because I was walking like, at the time, 7-8 miles a day, 6 days a week. And I dropped 35 pounds in the 90-day mark.
Wow.
From just doing what I was supposed to do. So after the 90 days, I went and had the sleeve done. And now I was at the 85-pound mark that I lost, but now I've gained back, 5 or 6 pounds, but everything's still the same. And I just have totally changed my life.
Was that like a wake-up call to you when you just changed your mentality around it? Like nothing was changed physically with you with the surgery at that point.
Yeah.
But you changed your mentality and you saw immediate changes from that. So like in what ways did that change your mentality for other things in life?
Well, I had to lead by example because my son is really into nutrition, and I just had to, people do what other people do. They follow suit. It doesn't matter what you say. Like I said before, it doesn't matter what you say. It's what you do.
Yes.
And I've learned that so much out of my life. You can tell me anything, but by your action is telling me what you really mean.
Yes.
Oh, I miss you so much. No, you don't, because you
Prove
don't
it.
really ever call me.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I mean. And so my son said to me, Mom, you're such an inspiration. I watched the whole thing unfold. I saw it happen. And even my husband, before he died, said, I got to give it to you, man. You're every day you're walking, you're making your meals, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're taking your vitamins, and whatever they've taught you to do, you've done it. He goes, I can't believe it. He's known me for so many years, and it's like, I'm going to start this, I'm going to start that. And I finally did it. And you have to keep doing it. There's no end.
Yeah.
That's the point of it, the whole thing. There's no end. So.
Do you ever find times when you struggle to stay on track with it?
Of course.
And how do you overcome that? What do you do?
Well, at my job, I do all the nutrition, I do all the cooking, I do all the shopping. So I'm cooking everything, and basically it's a lot of comfort food. Because people come in, they're broken, they're sick, they don't know what to do, they're homeless. There's all these dynamics to do with them. So of course I want to make comfort food, and I'll eat part of it, I eat some of it or whatever, but I eat it and I move forward. If I want to have a piece of pizza, I'm going to have a piece of pizza. I'm not going to get arrested for it.
Right.
But physically, because of my surgery, I can't eat like I used to. And I have to pick the most nutritious things that are going to keep me fuller longer and sustainable. Otherwise, I'm just going to gain weight back. You get to a point where it's just, especially with the sleeve, they take out 75% of your stomach. I still have my stomach. It's just little.
Smaller, a lot smaller.
Yeah, so I can't eat. Like I would go out with you, I can't eat what you eat. It's just, you just physically can't. So I know my limit, and I have to eat all day. Like, you're supposed to eat little portions all day.
Throughout the
I
entire
literally have to do that. Otherwise, I'll just get sick. I just don't feel well,
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like, between your husband, the job that you have now, and, your family, you were always giving
Struggle.
to everybody else. If you had no self-care, like, would you be able to give as much as you give?
Yes, because I did it before. I did it, everything came before me. And finally, I'm just like, you know what? I still do all that. But you know what? If I need to go home and rest for 2 hours and turn my phone off, that's what I do. If I need to do my nails and do my own pedicure, I do it myself. Or go get my car washed. That's for me. I like having my car clean. Or just any little thing that's going to make me feel better, even if I go spend $5 in the dollar store just to go do something for myself, I'll go do it.
So now that you have that, how is life different for you? Like, how has it changed?
It's just, I have to put myself first. And my kids are grown up now. They do their own cooking, they do their own everything. I don't have to do that for them anymore. Unfortunately, because my husband passed away, I was cooking for him, and then of course the kids are there. So now I don't have to do that anymore. They're grown, they can do it themselves. So it's all me first. It's all me. It's all me. Yeah.
So what do you think makes you different?
I don't know. People, it's funny because people just think I'm so unapproachable. They think I'm so intimidating, maybe because I'm so tall. It might be my hair, it might be whatever. But once they get to know me, they're like, wow, like it's just the intimidation factor. And I don't get it myself, but the right people will break down the wall to know who I am. But there's really no wall to break down. It's just their assumptions and their perception of me.
Yes.
So, I mean, I can't help how people see me.
So I heard that you you applied to be the match.
I did.
Let's talk about that a little bit because I think this is so great and I want to hear your story about it.
I actually put my name in 1992.
Okay.
So last year in November, they texted me, called me, and emailed me.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, out of the blue. And of course, at first, so much fraud goes on.
Yeah.
So you don't know if it's real.
Half the time.
So I've had actually the same phone number since 1994.
Okay.
So I applied before that, which I kind of forgot about. And then once all these emails and everything had happened, okay, this is real. And so I replied back, and they asked if I could be a possible match for someone who's a 50-year-old male. That's the only information that I got. And would I be willing to get tested? Of course, no brainer.
Yeah.
Went and got tested, and they have like all these markers that you have to match to be a potential match for somebody. And so I went in, and they said that I was a match for this person, and would I be willing to donate for leukemia? He's got a rare form of leukemia. Would I be willing to donate? Absolutely, no brainer. And because I have sleep apnea, they're super conservative with the people that donate. So what I ended up doing was stem cells, which you're actually awake for.
Okay.
So you can do bone marrow, which it's actual with the mask and they put you under. But this, because I have sleep apnea, they did it stem cells in your arms. Yeah, so I was awake for the whole procedure.
Was it painful?
You know what? The fear of it is more than actually.
Okay.
It was really nothing, to be honest. And you have to lay, with your arms straight, because they put a needle here, and then it generates through, and then it comes back in here.
Oh, okay.
And so I had to lay there, for 6 hours.
Wow.
And based on how big this person is based on how long and how many cells they actually needed. So they start you out with injections to stimulate your cells. And so I did that from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday morning before the actual donation. And the first Friday, I was just fine, like no effects whatsoever. Then the second day, okay, I have a little fatigue. The third day, oh yeah, I really don't feel good. But I went to work that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then Monday I was off. Then it came for the fourth. By the time I was ready to donate, I was like done. I was just, the side effects really kick in. Like by the fourth day, it's really bad. And the fifth day, I'm just in the chair, like I can't even move. I'm just, just let's go. I mean, but as soon as you donate, I was like, doop, let's perked right back up. It was great. I would do it again in a heartbeat if they asked me.
I love that. You are such a person in service to everybody else. And I think that is a beautiful thing and a beautiful quality about you. What is your life mission?
I don't know. I don't really have a mission. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I just do so much for people, and that's just how I am. I don't know. I do and do. There's no other way in my head. That's just the way it is.
It is truly beautiful, and I think you have touched so many lives that you don't even know about, let alone all the lives that you have touched. But, I mean, the fact that you're willing to go through all of this and put yourself last for everybody, it is such an amazing quality that I know there's a lot of people in service, but I think you are the true epitome of someone that is in service to others. And
I don't know how to be any other way. No matter what happens or what people do or how they react, it's just what I do. I just don't know. I can't help it.
Where was your family like that at all, or you just naturally? That's just naturally you out of nowhere.
Well, I always laugh and say that Libras are the epitome of the zodiac sign, and it's kind of like a joke, but really it's not. I mean, I don't know. I can't give you an explanation. I just can't. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I just,
No, I mean, no explanation needed.
there is
at
no
the end of it.
explanation. There really
isn't.
isn't. I don't know. That's just how I am. I've always been that way and always going the extra mile. And what can I do to help you? And, you know, and I don't really expect anything in return. I never have, you know. And so when someone does something nice for me, it's like, wow. You know, Zenny is like that. She's just real giving to me, and her friendship means so much to me. And the whole Fit Body Boot Camp family is just, it's amazing. It really is. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
How did you get through the doors of Fit Body? How did you find Fit Body?
She found me. I mean, I was really resistant in going. I was really stubborn and, you know, oh, I walk, I do fine, I do this. And I actually had a gym membership. And, you know, I didn't go because I wanted to be outside in the sun. And I was really tan and it was so nice to be in the sunshine. And when I'd go into boot camp, it was raining maybe or something, or not in boot camp, but in the gym. And they're like, why you haven't been here for a while? I go, because I go walk on the beach. I'd rather be outside than walking on a treadmill.
Yeah.
You know, or going in a class. I'd rather be outside. And I met Xenia through the chamber, Fountain Valley Chamber of Commerce. And I'd always see her and Sam at events. And I always thought, I should try it, but I don't want to try it. I don't want to look dumb. I don't want to look, you know, being over 50 kind of thing. And she's like, well, we have an over 50 class, you know, and I was really resistant. Oh, I'm going to come, and I wouldn't come. And she would say, oh, I told Sam you're coming, and then I wouldn't get up because I was working at the time swing, 3 to 11:30.
Oh.
Driving 28 miles. I would drive from Fountain Valley to San Juan Capistrano. And by the time I get home, I was dead. I didn't want to get up.
Yeah.
But I'd get up to walk. It's only, you know, a 35, 40-minute class. And finally, I said, okay, I'm going to go. First class, that was it. I was done. I was hooked. The next day, I couldn't even get up. I couldn't barely walk. You know, and I thought, you know, all this, it is what it is. They tell you what it is. It is. It was awesome. I loved it. I loved every second of it. And even now, after every class, we all come up with these silly pictures to take with all the equipment for the 50 and older. I post and hashtag, and oh my gosh, it's hilarious. You know, we always try to think of stuff to put like equipment in the pictures with us.
Oh, yeah.
You know, one day it'll be a stability ball, it'll be a kettlebell, it'll be a slam ball. We get up on the steppers. I mean, it's so much fun to come up with some new picture to take, you know, because nobody knows what to expect when we take a picture, you know, what we're going to do.
So what would you say is your favorite part of boot camp?
Favorite part of boot camp? I guess because during boot camp, we walk in and we'll see like the ropes out there and we all look at each other like, oh, you know, or someone will make a suggestion and then we'll actually do that, like the stability balls, and we're like, yeah, thanks a lot, Cheryl. You know, but we all laugh. We give Sam a hard time, and we were just kidding with him because we love him. We love his coaching. We love that he makes it so easy for us. I mean, to do it, not, you know, it's tough, but he knows we're tougher. You know, like our workouts are getting longer and like from 30 seconds to a minute. And all of us moving up in weight. Like I was at doing 5-pound weights. Now I moved up to 10. I was at the 10-pound slam ball. Now I'm at a 15-pound slam ball. So the progression is there, you know, and we just love it. It's so much fun. We all giggle during, you know, working out, and we all high five each other as we walk by. And our group is just great. I love it.
It's such a fun community where it's not like, oh, I just have to get here and work out, do my burpees, do whatever. Like, you actually have a blast. And then at the end, you're like, oh, it's over already? Yeah, I kicked my butt, but it's over already?
No, sometimes it's like that. It'll like other times we'll look at the clock, and it's funny because I wear contacts, but when I go to boot camp, I just wear my glasses, so I take them off. So it's kind of blurry, so I can't really see the clock. And then by the time I'm like, okay, this is your last, 2 minutes, it's all we have left. And then we're like, it's over already? I mean, sometimes it's like that,
Yeah.
It's great. It's just great.
So it sounds like you guys have a really tight-knit group there at boot camp. What do you guys do when a new person comes in?
Oh, we welcome them with open arms. And we had a lady that in our women's club for Fountain Valley, she was asking me about it. And I had no idea. She was almost 10 years older than me. When I couldn't believe it. And she came to one class, and then the next class she signed up. It was that quick.
Dang.
I mean, she's like, it's like crack. I have to have it. It's so much fun. I love it,
And she's the one that, we do stuff outside of
Nice.
things, and in the women's club. And so we always try to promote it when we go to our women's club. And now we have another lady that actually asks. So we're trying to, just to get people just a trial. Come in and take the trial, and you'll love it, as much as we do.
Right. It's going to change your life in so many
Yeah.
ways, just like it has for you and everybody else there.
Yeah, love it.
So what does living beyond the scale mean to you?
It means it's something that's every day. It's not just the weight you carry. It's how you carry the weight and how you promote your life to show others and lead by example. I mean, that's the only way I can describe how it is. You have to lead by example. You have to not even just say what you're going to do, you have to go do it. And in the beginning of having my surgery, I always thought, well, what if we're out somewhere and they see me eating pizza? You know what I mean? I thought they're going to go, oh, she's not even really serious about her weight loss. But then I thought on the other end of the scale, if I could get it scale, if I can help one person with their weight issue, then my job's done.
Right.
It really, really is, because there's other people that come up to me and say, you look so wonderful, you look so good. And I always make the right choice. Like at our lunches, there's always like a lunch, and then there's always the healthy lunch. I always choose the healthy one, because of course, do I want the potato bar? Yes, I want the potato bar, but I know that it's going to be beneficial for me to pick the salmon.
Yeah. You know how you're going to feel after.
Yeah.
You know the effects it's going to have on you.
Yeah, I mean, leading by example is probably the biggest. That's my motto. There's my motto right
There you
there.
go. See, I knew we'd
I
get
knew
it by the end of this
I knew I'd come
episode.
up with something. It's leading by example. It has to be, because then other people, kindness is always there. You got to sprinkle it everywhere, because life's hard enough.
Yeah, for real.
It's hard
It really
enough.
is.
It's hard enough to not be kind to people. And if you can't say something nice, just don't even say anything at all. And you learn that when you're in kindergarten.
Yeah.
I mean, when people forget those kind of things.
Yeah, and I mean, I think to your point, leading by example, like, even though you're doing those things, people may not follow your lead instantly, but you're planting those seeds everywhere you go.
Especially if you do it all the time. I mean, everyone has a bad day.
Right.
Zinnia and I will have bad days. We bounce off each other all the time, and we have our little pet names for each other. It's hilarious. And it's just, we just have a lot of fun, and to have someone to bounce stuff off of. And, that's the self-care that comes back to, I need to talk to somebody instead of just, keeping it all bottled in. You have to take care of yourself. And this is just beyond, what you're doing. It's just your lifestyle, and you have to figure out what works for you, and other people will follow you. They will.
Absolutely. Do you have any last piece of advice that you want to give our listeners out there?
I think that if you want to live a better lifestyle, you have to do it. You just can't talk about it, because everyone is in control of their own life. You have to not blame anyone else for your shortcomings. As a child, you have no voice. But when you're an adult, you have the choice to do anything for yourself. And if you can't do it, you can't blame anyone else. You just can't.
So if anyone wants to come work out with you, where can they find you?
Come to Fountain Valley Fit Body Boot Camp on the corner of Harbor and Heil in the beautiful city of Fountain Valley.
Thank you so much again for being on with us today. And for those of you out there that may not be in the Fountain Valley area, make sure you go to fitbodybootcamp.com to find a location near you and claim your 3 free workouts. Until next time.